So if you are interested in buying Tesla stock for as little as $1, this is the video here for you today. Now, Tesla stock, at least as of this recording, has been trading around 480 bucks. So for the average person that maybe wants to get started with investing with Tesla, that is a really high dollar amount. It makes it really difficult to want to get into a stock that has been having great growth over its entire period that it's been on the stock market. Now, it's been pretty volatile because it is a growth stock, but nonetheless, if you've been investing in it for quite some time, you've had some great opportunities to buy into the stock to help your money grow for you. But the problem is, like I mentioned, at 480 bucks, not every single person can do that. Ideally, if you can buy a couple shares, that can be fantastic for your opportunity for your money to grow. But if you don't have that money, how are you going to be able to do that? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that here today, because once you're able to get at least $1 into the stock with Tesla, you can start understanding the benefits of having your money grow for you, and you might be more inclined to start putting more money towards this stock. So I'm going to show you how to get started with Tesla stock for as little as $1, because again, I think that's going to be easier for people to start testing out the waters, understand how the market actually works if you've never been in the market altogether, and actually get started with Tesla. So here's the really fun thing about this whole idea of being able to put $1 in and start getting invested with Tesla, because if you put $1 in a year ago right now, you would actually have increased your money by 42.92%. With a dollar, that doesn't make a lot of money, right? That's 42 extra cents, but that's money that you had grow for you without having to do pretty much anything else for it. Obviously, there's risk involved, so always keep that in mind when it comes to investments, but that is money that you can grow. Now, if you actually put in more money over time, of course, that is going to help continue propel you forward and continue to increase your net worth. Now, there are a few options when it comes to going through this route and paying $1 for a stock, and this is mainly because there's a thing called fractional shares. Now, if you don't understand what this means, is essentially you can buy partial ownership into one full share of a company without having to buy all of it all at once. And this is what makes it really possible to buy shares into Tesla at such a low dollar amount. Now, not every company allows you to buy at such a small dollar amount, but I'm going to show you the ones that already currently allow you to do. And then I'll also show you a few other companies that allow you to do fractional shares with Tesla, but not necessarily in the smallest increments like the $1. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and show you how you can buy Tesla stock with just one single dollar. So what we're going to do is hop onto this platform called Public. If you haven't heard of them before, they are somewhat of a newer company out here where you can actually start investing your money in the stock market in fractional shares. And this is what's really cool. So I'm going to load up the app right over here. You're going to see I don't actually have anything currently invested with them. I'm still testing them out. So down here, it's going to say stocks in slices. So you're going to see here, I kind of already brought up Tesla. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Tesla, and it's going to show me the overall performance. So it's actually down for the day from this recording. But if you look, again, over the last year, it grew almost 42 to 43% on that money. So if you had even just that dollar, you're going to be growing your money, which is a really fantastic thing. So what we're going to do is you can learn more about this if you really wanted to, but of course, if you're watching this, you might have some ideas of what Tesla's all about. So what we're going to do is hit buy. So it kind of gets you started here, kind of in the middle, it looks like, but you can actually move this little ticker here, and you can buy Tesla stock for $1 single. And that is a really cool thing because you can just get started with investing into Tesla. So if you hit continue, and it says, are you sure you want to do that? You can hit confirm, and then it'll automatically buy into a certain portion of the stock. Now you can see here, it says with $1, you're going to own 0.00208 shares of Tesla. So you won't have a full share of it, but you'll at least have your dollar starting to work for you and starting to grow with Tesla in general based off of that $1. So as I mentioned earlier, this brokerage account is called Public. I'll have a link for them in the show notes if you want to check them out. But I'm going to show you another company that allows you to do this as well. Now, I've actually talked about this company here before on the channel, and this is called Cash App. So Cash App is typically a peer-to-peer transfer money app, but this actually started allowing you to do trades more recently as well. So I actually tested this out as well. So we're going to load up here on the app, of course, and you're going to see if I scroll down, I actually have already some money into Tesla and also AT&T just because I'm testing some stuff out. But if I click on here, I actually bought this Tesla stock at $1, as you can see here in my total investment, and I've gained 34 cents, which again is not a lot of money, but for just that $1, that's 34% of my money that has grown. So if I sell it, I have made 34 extra cents for doing absolutely nothing. Now just times that by, $10, $20, $100, $1,000 once you start building up that amount, because you can buy in those smaller increments every single week, every single month, whatever works best for your finances, because you don't want to put too much money in all at once if it doesn't fit your budget. But if you can even put in those smaller amounts and really see that growth happen for you. So again, this is Cash App, so I'll have them linked in the show notes down below. All right, so before we continue on, if you are getting some value out of this content so far, are, do me a solid and hit that like button down below. Helps the YouTube algorithm and the channel, of course, as well. So much appreciate it. And with that being said, let's hop back into the rest of the video. As I mentioned, there are some other opportunities for you to be able to invest in fractional portions that don't necessarily give you the smaller dollar amounts like these two companies do. Now, the first one that allows you to do this as well is with M1 Finance. Now, M1 Finance is the main trading platform that I personally use to do most of my investing with. Now, as I mentioned, you can't necessarily buy $1 amount by itself automatically, but you can actually have it where you can invest in fractional shares. So if I load up my account right here, I can go into my Tesla stock. So I have $77.92 into my Tesla stock. I'm gonna switch this to the all-time range. So you're gonna see here, I actually gained $39.38 in the lifetime of this stock since I started owning it, which is a 183% increase from where I bought it. And that was only possible because I bought this in fractional pieces. Now, again, I bought it in increments over time, so I didn't actually pay for it all at once. I started building up every single time I started putting in deposits. Now, M1 Finance does it where it splits your amount towards different sectors that you have, but overall, it still allows you to invest in smaller portions of Tesla, which, as you can see here, helped me gain a large dollar amount that I otherwise wouldn't have if I had to buy one full share all at once. Now, I'll go ahead and leave M1 Finance's link in the show notes as well if you guys want to get started. And then the next one right here is technically not available just yet, but Robinhood, which a lot of you guys already know, is available for you to be able to buy full shares of different companies, but they're also coming out with a fractional share option for you where you'll be able to buy fractional shares of Tesla and other companies. Now, they did mention that you'll be able to buy a very small portion of it, so I'm assuming that you'll be able to go as low as $1 as well into these accounts once that is available in the next couple of months, which will be nice. So that way, if you are already on Robinhood, you can start implementing this in the near future without having to do anything extra. It'll just be available to buy in fractional pieces. So your money will start working for you harder instead of having to wait to buy that full share of that one company. So honestly, whether you go with Public, with Cash App, with Robinhood, with M1 Finance, or any other brokerage account, I think this is a fantastic way to get into Tesla stock so that way you can have your money start growing for you. And I think it's really cool, especially if they continue to grow that the way they've been doing over the last couple of years. Obviously, they've had their up and downs, like I've mentioned, but I think it's going to be an awesome thing to be able to get into the stock and have your money working for you. Now, if you want to keep on learning more when it comes to investing your money into the stock market, I want you to check out this video right over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.